Once upon a time, there was a small village hidden deep in the forest. The villagers lived simple lives, far away from the hustle and bustle of the outside world. But as time passed, the village was slowly forgotten by the rest of the world. One day, a group of hikers stumbled upon the village while exploring the forest. They were amazed by the quaint cottages and the peaceful atmosphere of the village. But as they wandered through the empty streets, they couldn't shake off the feeling that something was not quite right. As night fell, the hikers decided to camp out in the village square. But as they settled down for the night, they heard strange noises coming from the surrounding woods. The sound of whispers and footsteps echoed through the darkness, sending shivers down their spines. The hikers tried to ignore the eerie sounds and went to sleep. But as they lay in their tents, they were plagued by nightmares of shadowy figures lurking in the shadows. When they woke up the next morning, they found themselves surrounded by a thick fog that had descended upon the village overnight. Panic set in as the hikers realized they were trapped in the forgotten village. They tried to find their way out, but every path they took led them back to the village square. It was as if the village itself was alive, playing tricks on them and keeping them prisoner. As days turned into weeks, the hikers began to lose hope of ever escaping the village. They were haunted by the ghostly whispers and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Some of them even claimed to have seen apparitions of the villagers who had long since passed away. One by one, the hikers started to disappear, their tents left abandoned in the village square. The remaining survivors were gripped by fear, knowing that they were next in line to meet a mysterious fate. They huddled together, trying to come up with a plan to escape the village once and for all. But just as they were about to make their move, a figure emerged from the fog. It was an old man, dressed in tattered clothes and with a haunted look in his eyes. He told the hikers the dark secret of the village, that it was cursed by an ancient evil that fed on the souls of the living. The old man revealed that the only way to break the curse was to find the heart of the village, a hidden chamber deep underground where the evil resided. The hikers knew they had no choice but to confront the darkness that had consumed the village. Armed with torches and makeshift weapons, the hikers descended into the depths of the earth. As they navigated through the dark tunnels, they could feel the malevolent presence closing in on them. But they pressed on, determined to rid the village of its curse once and for all. Finally, they reached the heart of the village, a chamber filled with ancient symbols and eerie statues. In the center of the chamber stood a grotesque figure, its eyes glowing with malice. The hikers knew they had to destroy the evil before it consumed them all. With a collective scream, the hikers attacked the creature, their weapons striking true. The chamber shook with the force of their battle, and just as it seemed like all was lost, the evil entity let out a deafening roar and crumbled to dust. The curse was broken, and the fog lifted from the village. The hikers emerged from the underground chamber, blinking in the bright sunlight. They knew they had saved the forgotten village from its dark fate. And as they walked away, they could hear the sound of laughter and joy echoing through the streets once more. The village was no longer forgotten. It was alive with the spirit of those who had fought to free it from the clutches of evil. And as the hikers looked back one last time, they knew that they had truly made a difference in the world.